I'm Joe Roets, and I'm the founder and architect of Dragonchain. I'm a software architect primarily. I've been doing that for a few decades. I used to be a great coder back in the day. But I got into crypto because I had a group, and we were doing primarily federal contracting with working on big systems, modernizing them, making them run better, doing things that needed to be done. And one of my guys brought in the Satoshi white paper, I think from a Slashdot post in 2010. And we all agreed to look at it over the weekend and talk about it next week. And I went home and I read it that evening, and I was really blown away by the assembly, the structure of the system. And I was very excited. Went in, basically challenged all of our senior people to either mine or purchase Bitcoin and get it in your personal local wallet, hosted on your own machine. That set off a huge journey, and we started to build as many things as we could. We really looked at all of the potential different ways you could use it other than currency, other than what it was already being used for. My goal became to figure out all of the all the known issues that it had with scalability, with utility, and with security, right? Or with I guess you could say protection of the business data that otherwise would be out in public. So started really thinking about a lot of those things. Went to a few different startups, really played around with some of the ideas, but nothing huge. And then we would basically end up moving on after these startups to Disney. And at Disney, we built what is Dragonchain now. Okay, so Dragonchain is a hybrid blockchain platform targeted mostly to enterprise businesses that solves the scalability, the interoperability problems that are primarily focused on the adoption question. So, if you need adoption, you need flexibility. If you want adoption, you need to actually be able to build something real that connects to the real world, that doesn't sacrifice your advantage as a business. And joining BPSAA, we realized that the group fit extremely well with our philosophy. That it's kind of a gem in the crypto world, because so much of the crypto world is set on tribalism, and it's a very competitive environment, which is great, but sometimes it gets a little overboard. And we just thought that BPSAA was really targeting everything with the right angle, something that was very similar to what we were trying to do on our own. So it's a very interesting organization and mission, and something that's extremely needed in the world right now. So the BPSAA primarily stands for privacy, security, and adoption. And for Dragonchain, all three of these goals are extremely important. We have very specific IP and systems built around the privacy components. I mean, our core architecture is based upon business data privacy, which is customer privacy, which is individual privacy. In the end, the king of all of this is adoption. That in the end, we as Dragonchain need adoption, and we need adoption not just of Dragonchain platform itself, but of other blockchains, that the other networks, Bitcoin, obviously, Ethereum, obviously, all of the members of BPSAA, that we have a vested interest in the success of all of these networks, because when we are interoperable, that value is going to ring true, that it's going to be something that people finally realize when they're done with all the tribalism, that if this other crypto project takes off, my customers can now connect to that other crypto project through what we're doing with BPSAA and what Dragonchain does with Interchain. In the end, it's all centering on that adoption question. That if we don't get over some of these issues that we have in the crypto world with letting each other build, we'll never get that adoption, or at least it's heavily attenuated right now, primarily because of that. So BPSAA is particularly valuable because it gives projects a forum where they can voice an idea, as an example, to all of the other projects that philosophically are aligned with the idea that we should be interoperating with each other, that we should be building things with each other and expanding the tech and the sphere of influence of that technology. So should other people join BPSAA? Should other projects join the BPSAA? Absolutely. And the great thing is you can get access to all of these other projects and start building upon these ideas. But at the same time, I can say, yeah, for selfish reasons, I would love for more projects to be in there so that we could plug more things in together and have even more options for what is being built. Crypto will never be as simple as I want to log in with my Facebook ID, right? That is the assumption across the board. There are things that people will think, oh, we can do things better, we can make it more secure, we can do stuff with decentralized identity, but the user experience, the assumption generally, is that the user experience will never be better in crypto compared to the traditional world. I'm going to use my Google account, Twitter account, Facebook account to log in. That what we like to tell people, especially when we're on sales calls, is that there are things that you can do with crypto, that you can do with blockchain technology, that you could never do in a traditional world. Things that are massive improvements. And the funny thing is, it's not even though it's a massive improvement for the business, sacrificing user value or privacy, that this literally will improve the privacy of your users, of your customers, at the same time as it reduces your risk, and it gives you a lot more value that you can even leverage in other ways, like in loyalty systems or other things. But the fact that people aren't looking right now at the user experience effect of the technology because they are assuming that it has to be worse. Because right now it's in pretty bad shape. It is hard to use crypto. It is scary to use crypto for new people. When people get used to it, it's actually dangerous because the user experience is frankly so bad right now. And a lot of what we're doing and a lot of things that are rolling out with Dragonchain right now are hitting that. And we're really excited because there's so much overlap with the other companies, other projects in the BPSAA, that we're going to be able to amplify that, basically. All right, so what's coming next in the crypto space? A lot of things, obviously, but I would center primarily on not just adoption, but actual built out, actual released utility. That is, which will accelerate adoption. That we're seeing early, obvious effect, and we're seeing definite adoption, numbers of transactions, numbers of build outs. But what I'm seeing a lot of is actual systems rolling out with a lot of the capabilities that we've been waiting for a couple of years underlying those technologies. So I think that's where I'm most interested, and in how that utility actually affects or interacts with the real world. The fact that you can actually use crypto without knowing that you're using crypto. And it's the underlying system. It's what's behind the scenes, solving various issues for us. Even though I'm not a technophile, I have no idea what blockchain is. I don't own any Bitcoin, but my life is better because because blockchain's there. So what I'd like to ask people to do is to get involved, to go to dragonchain.com, to go to den.social, to go to bpsaa.com, and literally get involved. There are a lot of things that really need to be built, and we need help building them. So the more involvement we get, the more adoption, and the better all of the systems will be. Thanks for joining us at the BPSAA conference, and goodbye.